I'm just on the phone. But now I'm just on the phone.
Oh.
No, just never wrote back or nothing. What are you gonna say to me?
I'm tell Lisa, fuck you. I did never try to fuck you. Don't want to fuck you. Don't like you. I can suck my own dick before I fuck you.
What do you mean by that?
That means I don't need you. I don't want you. Never did want you. Nasty. Talking about it.
It what?
She said it.
About me?
No, when you told her about Layla coming here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got your motherfucking it. I wasn't born a mistake. You don't mean shit to me. That means you just don't exist. You're the mistake. Nasty bitch.
Fucked up how they put me on Kool-Aid then.
Yeah.
And she still got my personal items and stuff. If that was me, they'd have me arrested for
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucked up how they try to say that, oh, I want to fuck her and this and that. Nah.
Well, she's like told her when you said that.
Nah.
And she said she will when she sees you.
Nah. You ain't fucking nothing this way. Nothing. Just like that time she said, oh, I can kiss my brother-in-law. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you even do some audacity, nasty shit like that? Seriously. What kind of fucking statue of a woman that you are? Or a young lady at that? At that time and during that time. Why would you even say some nasty shit? Come on.
The one I feel sorry for is Sai and Layla.
Huh?
The ones I feel sorry for is Sai and Layla.
Yes.
Punk was wrong just for doing it to him. Because Lisa texted me and said, well, Snowflake's getting put down, that's all I got to say about it. And that's when she gave us that photo of Sai up in 12th Street.
12th Street, yeah, right.
I said, Chris, she's dying.
Right, that was on by phone.
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly, right.
And that's when you cried.
Yeah, I broke down, yes.
You said, my daughter's dying.
Yes. Yeah.
And now they're keeping Layla from us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that they can do that.
Well, it's the same thing with...
I mean, even legal of by God, let's start with him first. Because nobody don't have power, whether you believe or disbelieve.
To do that.
Even if you believe in the fucking devil, the devil will tell you, I don't have that fucking authority. Mm-hmm. Now, legally, mankind, you don't have that right. You don't have that legal statute. You don't. I don't give a fuck if it's a fucking goldfish or dead roach. You don't have that authority.
Then Pumpkin said when she came out to Cedar Park, when she did get Layla inside, I said back, when we were in the bathroom smoking, I said, my mother was murdered. She was like, how do you know? And I told that to you in the house and everybody. And it was like, so you're saying that she knew pretty much. And she wanted to know how you figured out. I said, exactly what would somebody respond for like that? Yeah. Like, how do you know? How'd you find out? And then Lisa's the one who told me that you're the one that killed your mother by taking her pain pills. That she talked to Calvin, not Calvin, I think it was Calvin, and all them, Keisha, and she's in cahoots with Keisha and them, and Ruby is in cahoots with Walter and them. So you get what I'm saying? So,
yeah, okay.
So that's why Jason was saying when you called me from Wayne's house the other day, before he came back, talking all that shit and whatnot in the background.
Yeah.
And whatnot. And that's why now they don't want you around.
Yeah.
And whatnot, because you came back because he said something.
Yeah.
And it's something obviously about my mother's murder and yours.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
First of all,
she thought she was asleep because you told her that I did take that stuff and whatnot about Mark's game and stuff like that. But I already told Pumpkin that's in storage and whatnot. And not the only fact, like, my Ricky Lake's on there. That's my publicity. and that's my media copyrights and whatnot. And if she's got stuff like that with Gary Casey on it, with Walter Osgood's taping, then why do they have my DVDs that all my mother's debit cards and mine can verify that I bought and stuff like that, due to the fact that Robert Beller ended up giving it to her anyways. And Lisa Casey gave me a box of stuff that's in storage now with my personal pictures that were in that apartment when Robert Beller had my stuff in outside. So there's pictures of my mom, me, and my babies, and you.
Wow. That they withheld.
They took it.
Took it. So they withheld it too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. And then and they kicked me out of the house and everything because I, got upset when
That's just
but she started acting funny when she started getting high off them hydros.
That's just nothing but the devil. That's just nothing but the devil. I mean, a lot of people think that, if I do this, little do they know, some may think that if I do this, which you're doing the work of the devil, which is the devil advocate, they don't know that the devil don't need no help. They don't. Mm-hmm. I'm that serious. He don't need no help.
That's right. It's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
You told me about my mom, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I do. Don't ever take that back, due to the fact you were the one that told me.
Right.
Nobody else told me, Chris.
Right.
I had to find out, and I kept digging and digging. At least I found out for sure. By whom and whatnot.
Right.
And you even went further to tell me about Michelle Walsh and them.
Right.
And I appreciate that.
Right.
I do.
Right.
Because that's my Pumpkin's brother's ex-wife.
Okay.
They got kids together, and they're listed as registered sex offenders.
Wow.
And whatnot. So you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know, she hangs out with Fresh or Derek, whatever like that.
Yeah.
But they're all in cahoots and whatnot. And I can't say nothing bad about people I don't know or don't hang with. But the fact is, like, that information being processed around like that is very serious. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm done with my mother's kin and my father's kin as well, because my father had a lot to do with it too.
I'm done with both of mine. Fathers and my mother's.
And
completely done. And
I'm done with the ones that we share together.
Right.
As far as, like Keisha and them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to write down with Lisa and them.
Yeah. I have nothing to say to you.
The whole state, the towns, all that. I might be here, but I'm not going to run out of town because
because of people's words. I fought against the state.
Well, it's not so much
for
that.
10 years.
They did more than words.
Yeah.
They did action. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you telling me about my mother.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Nobody else would tell me that.
Yeah.
And I know you get scared sometimes and say, well, I didn't tell you that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Because it hurts me. That's why.
What does?
When I say, I didn't tell you that.
Does it hurt that you told me?
That I told you?
The truth. That she was murdered.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
But it's better than not, than to know that.
Right from wrong.
It gives it more.
Yeah.
If nothing's done legally with it, I at least know that I have some closure.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And at least I deserve that.
Right.
Just like your mom.
Right.
Yes, she was murdered.
And like I was about to say, my mother didn't raise us to hate. My mother didn't raise us to use the word stupid. My mother didn't raise us to play this game of Peter played for Paul. Mm-hmm. My mother wasn't like that. She didn't raise us like that. No.
Yeah, no.
My mother never swore in her life. Never swore.
I'm glad you finally came to your senses.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm very glad.
My mother never cursed.
And I'm sure your mother is too. And like you told me, Jason and mine were behind your mother's death and whatnot. And Lisa is down with them. That's why she tried to frame you. And it's on one of my Facebook accounts. If they did a search on her Facebook account, she might have deleted them, whatever, but that's all.
It's still
the FBI, like we were seeing on the crime show.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they can have something taken down on it. Right. So, yes, you know what I mean?
Right.
I appreciate you telling me the truth.
Yes.
And that was enough to make you run and get high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because to numb the pain. Because that time, you were drinking and your mom had just recently passed, and
Right.
you swore in your mom's soul that I burned that picture. When Walt and Danny and them, you were gained and whatnot. But not only that, you're under the influence and whatnot. And, and as you know, I did the graphics to it,
right,
and whatnot, of their father's picture, and I told him the truth, and even said that to you.
right.
But
Which is true.
But they still separate us after Sterling had choked me
Right,
in the hallway
right.
and whatnot. So
Well, from this day forward, since I got back together, I denounced them. I denounce everybody. If it's not the mailman, if it's a counselor that's doing good for me or yourself or God, I don't have nothing to do to you. I don't have nothing to say to you. If you're not good to me, I hate you. Just plain bad.
well, good can be very deceiving.
Well, that is true. That is true. But what you do in the light, what you do in the dark will come in the light.
Sometimes.
What you do in the dark, it will come to the light. Hey, I don't care how devious you think you are, how bitter and grimy you think you are. Listen, it's gonna come true. It's gonna come to the light.
There's always a higher power.
Sure is, and that power will bring you to the light.
There's you got the ball. The ball ain't gonna it's only gonna handle so much.
Yep.
Or take so much.
Yeah.
Because it's obviously gotten out, and I appreciate you telling me on camera that about my mom and your mom, and that's why I have every right to tell you. And you notice my stories never changed.
No.
That Lisa was in fact the one that said that you were the one who killed your mother.
No.
But you notice I never changed that.
Right, and that's not true. That is very foul.
And
that is fucked up.
And yeah, she's the one who stole my mother's hydrocodone, her and Charles, and it's obvious. The evidence lie because they did it to mine out in Massachusetts and my stuff.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Then I get pneumonia and almost die like my mother.
Right.
And whatnot. What do you think they would have done?
Because your mama used to be, not something sick, nothing bad, but your mom used to be sick from pneumonia a lot too.
Right. But so what do you think they would have done once something happened to me, Chris?
Right.
They would have done you the same way, and that's why you kept saying if they're gonna do something, they would have done it. They had the opportunity,
right.
But they're waiting for you to knock me off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Honestly, and we're not, so they wouldn't have to do the dirty work themselves and get paid the consequences of their punishment and whatnot. So that's I've been telling you that for a long time.
Yes, you have. Yeah. You have warned me a lot about both sides, my family and your family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not subject by nobody or man or not even the president of the United States to love anybody on this planet, male or female, or like you, or accept you, whether family, brother, sister, or cousin. I'm not no. I don't have to. I don't. This is why I say I denounce you. Not you, but I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. I don't have to love. This is why there was a saying, why can't a black man love? Because he was always taught hate. By the things he's seen and the things that goes against him. And my mother never allowed that word in her house. Hate. Now I will despise you. Oh yeah. I use that word. That's the best I can give you. But that's still a form of hate. But I'm not using the word.
I've learned to use the word hate. My mother taught me don't hate an individual, but hate their actions.
But sometimes you have to overlook that too, because your characteristics is your action.
But
people just don't do things just to be doing it.
Right, and times has changed and stuff. Like,
come on, we're in the future. People just don't build machines just to be building them.
So am I supposed to not hate the fact that people are getting away with conspiracy and the fact that they murdered your mother and mine, and they try to pinpoint on me, and I still have to pay all these fees and legal fines and fees and they're all this bullshit. I mean,
no,
they have all my personal property. my computer, all that, my phone. And if that was me having her stuff like that, I'd be right in jail and whatnot. But see, I know how to timestamp and get stuff off that computer, and I can report that stolen and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Right. Because you are good with it. Yeah.
See, a lot of people think that a phone isn't actual datafied like a computer, but
Right.
it is.
Right.
And every computer, every phone has a hard drive backed up to it.
Okay.
And that means a computer.
Right.
So what it is, you can use it on a phone, a smartphone. Even old phones are like a computer, the ones that weren't smartphones.
Right.
But even the new phones, it has an option to use the Android, or you can use the computer version and whatnot. When you go to a website. So the same thing with a house phone, with a cell phone.
Right.
Whatnot. All that's, you know what I mean? People think they're getting away with stuff by stealing people's personal property and hiding it or deleting certain things and going through it. But even when you delete that, it's stored to a hard drive.
Oh, okay. Like something like a memory chip or something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and what's not on that hard drive is stored in satellite.
Satellite. Okay. So quite actually, those smartphones, well, phones like you got are actually a small version of a computer or a laptop.
They're
That's
all,
what per se.
yeah, the smart TVs, all that.
Okay, TVs.